basic handstand drills just to get your first handstand on the wall, not even trying to do freestanding yet or anything like that. The first thing I want to talk about is the hand. Turn them out slightly. Think of when your feet, when you turn them out slightly to squat, do the same with your hands. It'll just take the pressure off your wrists. If you're not super flexible in your shoulders, it'll help as well. When we're going to be doing stuff, we want to block off the hands. If you want to hold yourself in the push-up position for a little bit, almost like a down dog, that's fine. But the basic gist of it will be, we come to the wall, put our hands down, set up, stagger your feet, see which one feels more natural. It's almost like a sprinter stand off the block. And then from here, one leg comes off the ground slightly and you just kick up a little bit. And that's it. You do that 3 times. How high do you go? It doesn't really matter at first. Just kick up 1, 2, 3. But don't bounce, so it's as soon as you come down, you rebound. As soon as you come down, rebound. Like, give it a bit of a break between the attempts. And then rest a little bit of time. Then do a little bit more. So 3 more. And as you're kicking up, don't kick too high so that the leg that's up in the air will bend. So we don't want to be doing a bunch of this. Because this will push us off the wall rather than help us come to it. So try to swing that leg that's in the air nice and straight the whole time. And you'll do 3 sets of 3. So I just did one set, 2 set. And then I do the 3rd set. And eventually, as you start coming up higher, you want to just come up and let your heel touch. And if it works, you end up just coming up all the way. But don't rush this process. If you're coming up and your hands kind of slide through, or your shoulders slide forward and you end up headbutting the wall a bunch of times, you're doing something wrong. Don't bend your arms. Let the height kind of gradually develop rather than rushing into it and just forcing it and forcing it and forcing it. Because once you fall on your head once or twice, like there's a good chance of some kind of a fear or phobia developing. Chances are you're probably not going to get hurt, but that's not necessarily the game we want to play. So be mindful of that. As far as frequency, I do the 3 sets of 3 once or twice a week, maybe 3 times, but usually it's not quite necessary. If you want to do it every day, that's fine as well. Just be mindful. A lot of times when we start doing too much handstand work, although this pertains more to freestanding, the wrist might start getting a little sensitive just because it's the smallest joint kind of participating in this whole exercise. And generally folks are not used to holding the entire body weight on their wrist, and so it can get tender. So doing not too much at first can be helpful to let the wrist build up. Even though your handstands might come quick, the wrist might take a little bit longer to catch up. A lot of times when you're doing it freestanding, eventually that really happens when you go from almost holding it to holding it freestanding. So something to be mindful of. But yeah, that's all it really is. 9 kick-ups to handstands for a few weeks, and usually between 2 weeks and 2 months, most folks will get a handstand with diligent practice, and then after that, the next level of drills can begin.